Over the past 5 seasons on driving television, we have received above average volume of emails on the original Murano.
And a lot of those emails were from Murano owners who really just love their vehicle.
The original Murano was introduced in 2004, and it set the stage for the mid-size crossover craze that swept the auto industry in the years to follow.
This is the new 2009 Nissan Murano. It's sure to bring excitement to current owners, but with such a competitive market, will it attract new buyers?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it seems to be the motto of the design team. Don't mess with success. The Murano is instantly recognizable, but the styling has been massaged with updated touches.
The most notable feature is the new front grille. These projector headlights don't take up a lot of space, and the very sleek styling kind of makes the Murano look like a stealth fighter jet. Very cool. The Murano is now available with 20-inch wheels, a trend to larger wheels that we like for styling reasons, but they're expensive to replace. The rear lights are also the latest LED style, which gives the Murano a very funky look. There are 3 trim levels, the base S, then the SL, and LE.
The power liftgate is not available on the base model. It's part of a package that we have here on the mid-level trim, and it's standard equipment on the top model. Some nice features in this vehicle. First of all, the pop-up cargo divider. What you have here is a place to put your groceries, so when you go around corners and brake, everything doesn't slide all over the place. That's a nice feature. Also, the load height in here is very low. The cargo space is wide and quite deep. A couple other nice features. Standard equipment, releases for the back seats. They fold down automatically, and the power seat backs can be put back. That's all standard equipment on all models. But there is, however, one problem.
When the seat back's in its upright and locked position, it's very upright and it's very uncomfortable. Now, you can recline it, but you're going to have to do it every time you put the seat backs up. The door opens really wide, so it's easy to get in and out of. There's a lot of legroom back here, and there's great outward visibility. If you decide to get the top LE model, there's a DVD package that includes a 9-inch DVD screen and wireless headphones.
The original Murano had a rather edgy dash design. This new model has a more sophisticated approach with upscale materials, flowing lines, and quality-looking switches and gauges. The S and SL come with a comfortable brushed fabric to cover the seats. The LE comes with standard leather. The SL with the luxury package at $3,000 will be the volume model. That's the one that we have here. This package includes Skyview double-panel moonroof, HID headlights, power liftgate, Bluetooth connectivity, and keyless ignition.
There's a good driving position with a very commanding view. On the base model, the seats are fully adjustable. They're manual. You've also got tilt and telescopic steering, so it's easy to get a comfortable driving position. The center console and the stack look very similar to a lot of other Nissan and Infiniti products that we've become really comfortable with. It's very unique looking and easy to use. The Murano was a pioneer in the mid-size crossover market when it was first introduced back in 2004. But since then, we have seen a lot of other vehicles like it on the road, like the Toyota Highlander, the Honda Pilot, the Hyundai Santa Fe, the Mazda CX-7, and the Ford Edge, just to name a few. The benefit of a car-based crossover is the smooth, responsive ride, and the Murano doesn't disappoint. It has the agility of a car matched with the utility of an SUV, and the refinement people have realized they want in a vehicle like this. The steering is light, the suspension is soft, but it's not as soft as the Highlander we had last season. The same 3.5-liter V6 engine we adored in other Nissan products continues its role in the Murano. It's simply one of the best engines out there, and power has been increased. There's now 265 horsepower and 248 pound-feet of torque. The Murano is a very comfortable, versatile vehicle. It handles really well and it's got a great engine. Now, I had a chance to drive the 2008 Murano with all-wheel drive back in Calgary last year on some very icy and snowy roads. I was really impressed with how well it handled itself. Have a feeling now that all-wheel drive is standard, it's going to be a selling feature for a lot of Canadians.
Now, regular viewers of Driving Television know that we feel that Nissan makes the best CVT, or continuously variable transmission, in the business, and this vehicle is no exception. The CVT has been updated for this 2009, and it helps mask the fact that this is essentially a one-gear transmission. The benefit to a CVT is the reduced fuel consumption. The posted fuel rating is 11.8 liters per 100 kilometers in the city. That works out to 24 miles per gallon, and 8.7 liters per 100 kilometers on the highway, or 32 miles per gallon. This is good for a vehicle offering this much room and power. The one thing that is of interest is there are no front-wheel drive Muranos, only all-wheel drive units with the ability to lock the torque front to back. This, with standard traction and stability control, should prove to be a capable snow eater in the winter. When the mid-size SUV craze took off in the 90s, manufacturers produced vehicles that look rugged and they drove like a truck. But what they found out over the years is that people like the utility of a SUV. Now they call them crossovers because they've attached them to a car platform, because people actually really like to drive something that's comfortable. So you get the utility of an SUV with the comfort of a car, and that's why they're called crossovers. It's no wonder that the original Murano was such a success, and the market is now cluttered with these mid-size crossover vehicles.
The Murano starts at just under $38,000, and if you want the top LE model, it's $10,000 more. Now, as the prices of fuel are starting to go up, Canadians are looking at smaller vehicles, and some of the competition, like Toyota for example, are reducing their prices. So the Murano might be a great vehicle, but the market might be starting to steer away from this type of unit. What do you think, Zach?
Well, I think the price of this vehicle is a big problem. I'll get to that in a moment. First of all, what I like about it, the styling. I mean, there's really nothing else on the road like it. Maybe the Infinity version, the FX, is kind of unique. It's even more expensive. So this one definitely has that down. It's a nice size for a family, 5 passengers. Didn't try and cram in that third row of seats. The driveline is very smooth, and the engine is one of the best on the market. That 3.5-liter V6 they use is wonderful, which brings me to the one thing I don't like about this vehicle, the price. It starts, as you mentioned, around $38,000. The new Highlander, which has the third row of seats, which is actually pretty functional in that vehicle, is nice to drive, it's thousands less. You know, you get the CX-7, it's around $30,000 to start with. So I think they priced themselves out of this one. What do you think?
I'll touch on that in just a second, but first, here's what I like. The CVT is great, and because of it, it also gets very good fuel economy, even considering the fact that it is a larger vehicle. I love the standard all-wheel drive. It'll be great for Canadian winters, and the standard features like that rear folding seat. You know what, Zach? I think you might be right. I think they might have priced themselves out of their market on this one. You touched on the Highlander. I really enjoyed driving that vehicle last year. It's a bigger vehicle. It's a very comfortable vehicle. It's got great handling, a great engine. I think with the cost of fuel these days, the price is going to be a huge factor for people when they're looking to buy a vehicle.
You know what? Toyota has dropped their prices. The Highlander is cheaper than when it started out. I think Nissan should follow suit with the Murano. I think all manufacturers should drop their prices.
Yeah!
For complete specs, go to our website at drivingtelevision.com.